Chaos is just the absolute hilarious sort of chilling but tense and intense and sort of careful but silly way that it lights up your family's relaxation abilities in all kinds of ways while you're playing. The big thing about it is that rules change when you're playing. So it's sort of like Uno, but you might have a rule like, here we go. A player must spank the lawyer after discarding him. And the enforcement would be, say, I object, and a word card from your hand. So the enforcements are just so funny. They just sort of like play on your silly bone. But the rules are sort of kind of like hard to remember. If you're a visual learner, you have to keep looking at it. If you're auditory, you have to keep saying it to yourself. And the funny thing is that the rules keep changing whenever there's a change color rule type of card. The goal here is to get rid of your card. It's nice and simple, but there's a lot else going on. And I love this. That entertained, let's just say, my entire family from age 18 to age 3. What happened was we started off by trying to get the 10 plagues represented, since our Passover's coming up, with 10 different objects. So we looked through all our buckets and came up with some objects. We then took the objects that we came up with and we put them in little baggies so that during the portion of Passover where we have to figure out what each thing go through the plagues, we have to each make a connection and extend our brain a little bit to the abstract. For example, the lion over here could be the arrow, the wild animals. The tissue over here might go with the lice, ooh, or it might even go with those boils when you're trying to get those boils off your skin. The grape juice over here, I call into and singularly focused on a game. I would look over here at this Paw Patrol situation. You know, since Corona started, the kids started having a core within their own very hearts and owning games in a way that's never been seen before. You know, you'll have a kid go to the bathroom or disappear and then never come back because something got them and something attracted them. My thing is just sort of tiptoeing around them when they get into the game, because nothing, absolutely nothing, can change their way of single-handedly black and white looking at what they're doing. It's just magic, really cool. And then they disappear. No, but seriously, I'm going to show you what she was playing over here, because this is a game in itself. Introduced to you here, we have the guy in the Paw Patrol from the Cornflakes box, and the other one, and then of course we have these. And when they know these names, like they're, you know, in the back of their hand, and the colors and their personalities and their voices, but there's a lot to learn from this, because you definitely have to own that. There's basically 3 games you can make up with something called a metronome. I don't know if you've ever heard that. I use it for kids to compare myself against them. Of course, I have to do the 240 because I'm a lot older than them, and they get more like the 40, which is as slow as that guy. So basically, you could do any game like that. So it's really, you know, we always use timers to time kids, but what's much funner is staying at the beat and consistency. And that's always harder, and that's where you could really catch the real stuff. But you could actually make this into a game. Can you keep doing that at the beat, and for how long can you do it? And it actually distracts the kids who are distractible, because that little beat makes it even harder for them. They'd rather not do it at the beat than do it at the beat. So you could go slower and higher. You can also change the noises and the types of noise by doing, there we go, it just went off over there for a sec. So you could change. Okay, so let's get to the real core own a game with the game Schmear. Does anyone know what Schmear means? If you do, please let me know. It's our bonus question here. But this game is just, I'm just all for it. Your goal is to get a bagel. Now, can you guess? Something to do with cream cheese and a bagel and a knife. And if you get the bagel, oh, look, I did. Your goal is to finish the bagel as quickly without getting the bad guy. So it's all about memory. Oh, look at that. I got an onion sandwich. A little bit silly to help make it more exciting. But the goal is to remember where things are, and remember where things are so that you don't get them too. So if I get a cucumber, I can't start. I can only start with a bagel. And my goal is not to get the bad guy. So, for example, you don't want that in your sandwich. So let's remember where that one is. Don't get it. So start with the bagel. You got some cucumbers. Oh, right, I'm thinking about cucumbers. So that didn't quite work. If you want to think about cucumbers, you can't, it won't work. So you got to just keep track.